our door won't latch. We're gonna fix it starting right now. Welcome back, everyone. My name's Patrick, and I am so glad you stopped by today. We are going to change out our RV door lock. Now, we ordered this RV door lock back in October of 2023. We absolutely love it. Now, if you're not familiar with the product, this isn't like a complete review or anything, but it is a replacement door lock for the standard ones that come on an RV. And what it does is it adds a keypad so that you don't have to mess around with keys. And in fact, this particular RV door lock brand, it comes with fobs that you can carry if you want. Now, in the past, we've never carried the fobs. We just have our key code, and we use that to lock and unlock our door. But just yesterday, we went to close the door and it wouldn't stay closed. The deadbolt was working, but the regular door latch was not working. And so I tore it apart and found out what the issue was. And once I realized it, I was like, we need a new one. But that's how impressed we are with this brand of RV lock. I just decided there were cheaper ones on the market, but 2+ years before we had an issue, we thought it was worth the money. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna rip out this old one, and I'll show you exactly what the issue was. So right here, you'll see it's just loose. There's nothing. This should just pull out, pull back the mechanism, and then you can pull the door shut, and then when you push back in, or it'll go back in on its own, then the mechanism goes out. So that's the problem. I'm going to show you what actually is causing the issue. First thing I need to do is just remove 4 screws that are holding the back plate to the front plate. All right, there we go. We've got it off. And right here on the back side, right there should be a little piece of metal sticking out, which would pull this back. Now, yesterday, because I had to have a way to close our door and lock it, I just put a little piece of cardboard in there to hold it open, and we just used the deadbolt. So I'll go ahead and pull this out. There we go. And you can see, hopefully, how that little piece of metal is missing. And I'll show you on the new one. It didn't appear like this was a replaceable part. I couldn't find a replaceable part, and I needed something because we need to be able to lock our RV. And the original door lock is back in Indiana because we're here at Canopy RV Resort in New Braunfels, Texas for the winter. So I just went ahead and ordered a new one of these. This is going to be an easy replace because we went with the same exact one. So all I'm going to have to do is go ahead. I'm going to disconnect the wiring assembly, which is just a plug and play type application. There we go. Got that loose. But this part right here is in essence useless now that that metal piece had broken off. Next thing we need to do though is we need to remove these 2 screws on the front plate before we can do anything else because they're holding that in there. Pull that cover plate off just like that. And now I can go ahead and pull this assembly out, just gently pulling it out, just like that. Now, technically, this unit, there's nothing wrong with it, but you may be able to tell it's fairly worn because, again, this is a little over 2 years old. It still works fine, except for that piece that broke. So now I'm going to go ahead, we're going to grab the new one and we'll get it installed. And here we go, the new one that just arrived a little bit ago. Now, one of the things I love about being here in New Braunfels, Texas is we're right north of San Antonio, which means we can get a lot of things the very next day from Amazon. And luckily, this was one of the products that was a next day ship. And here it is, RV Lock version 4. Now, I believe our old one was an older version. I don't remember exactly. The original box is again back in Indiana, but this says that it's the version 4. And on the back, you'll notice it says they have over 20,000 5-star reviews. And I believe that because, again, we absolutely have loved this. This particular lock that I just took off has been on 3 different RVs. It was originally bought for our first Alliance 5th wheel. We then moved it to Alliance number 2. And this past year, we ended up moving it to this RV. So I always save the original door lock. That way, if you do sell or trade in your RV, you can keep your expensive lock and just put it on the new RV. So let's go ahead and open it up. Looks like we've got your typical information, but I really don't need all that because all I'm going to do is we are going to take it, since it's the exact same one, we're just gonna go ahead and do a quick install. These are pretty standard, so I don't have to do any cutting or anything like that. They're designed to go right into a standard RV. There is an accessories box, which is probably going to be some screws. There's the keys for it, which we're definitely going to need. We always carry our keys just in case something would fail on the electronic side. We still have a way to get in. There we go. There are our screws and plates and things like that. And then I can tell you this is definitely an updated version from the one we had, because these key fobs, and there's two of them, you get two of them, they're definitely different. The ones we had color on them and a little bit different shape. So there you go. Again, we normally don't carry these with us, but who knows, maybe we will. All right, so first thing I need to do is I just need to remove the screw back here that looks like they've only got one in it holding it together. And then I'll have to find the other screw, 3 screws. I am going to save the old one because since the electronic portion still works, I think I'm going to keep that just as a backup. And now let me show you what is actually broken. So hopefully you can see this right here. It's that little piece right there. It just broke off, and you need that to be able to pull that in and out. So, all right, here we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the front part, and we are going to slide it in, and I'm going to be very careful because of the wiring harness. Just don't want to pinch anything. Just like that. Fits in there just like that. And then I'm going to lose a screw. There it is. Now I'm going to position this. First thing first, let's plug it in. There we go. And then get this the right way. So a couple things I have to do here is just make sure where the deadbolt is going to fit on, which is right there. And then you also want to make sure, we have to make sure that this is ready to go, just like that. And we're going to put 1 screw in just to get us started. There we go. Now, one of the things I learned years ago with these is you do not want to over tighten. You want them tight, but you don't want to over tighten because you want mechanisms to be able to easily work, just like that. I'm going to just check it here because I see a little bit of play. In fact, we do need to tighten it up just a little bit more. Okay, it was sticking on that back side, so it wasn't all the way tight. And that's why I always just take my time on these. I'll double check the front 2 screws. And those are going to tighten down, but like I said, I don't want to over tighten. Okay, everything seems to be working okay. Now, all we have to do is pull the little strip. There we go. Now that we have the 2 sides put together, I just have to go ahead and install this plate on the front. And that's just 2 screws. I'm actually just going to use the one that was on the old one, but they did send me a brand new one, so I'll have that as a backup. All right, now that we have the handle completely installed, now I just have to program it. Now the instructions say it comes pre-programmed with a code of 1234, so I just need to hold the reset button, which is going to be located here on the back, and it looks like we're going to need something with a point on it to actually press in. So they've actually kind of made this so it would be hard to accidentally erase your code. And then looks like we'll have 30 seconds to put in the new program, so it should be pretty simple. So now I just have to find the reset, which is right here. Push in. All right, so that wants me to enter a new code and press lock. You can use, it says between 2 and 8 digits, so.
Enter new code, then press lock.
And we do it a second time.
New code accepted.
All right, and that's how simple it is to actually program it. Now we can always change that code at any time to whatever we want. Simple paperclip and follow the instructions. Now, it looks like we could program our remotes, and it says to program the remote, we turn the switch on the back plate to activate remote capabilities. All right, and then we're going to press and release fob learning, which is right below the reset, and then we're going to press and release the lock button on the remote until the handle confirms the pairing. All right, I've got a fob here. I'm going to go ahead, I flip that up to on.
Connect your remote.
Okay.
Remote connected.
And there we go. So you can use the fob to actually just unlock or lock your door, and that way you don't even have to mess around with the code if you don't want to. So RV Lock gives you options. You can use a key, you can use the keypad, or you can use the included fobs. That's why we love this, and that's why we went ahead and decided to replace the same lock with just their updated version, and hopefully we'll get at least another 2 years out of this one. All right, and there you go, everyone. Thanks for coming along today, and until next time, we'll see you on down the road.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.